we start right away with Little Rock police asking for your help. They say this person is a suspect in a shooting that left a man dead last night.
Yeah, the department posting on social media just in the last 90 minutes saying they need to identify the person in the hoodie because he's involved in the shooting outside a short-term apartment building on Breckenridge Drive.
Police have not identified the victim just yet. Another man was also shot who went to the hospital, but we do not know his condition at this time.
Hello, thank you for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Hoyt alongside Jurnee Taylor. Meanwhile, a tragic accident has taken the life of a police officer from Pine Bluff.
Yeah, Rogers police say 24-year-old Fred Marsh drowned over the weekend while canoeing with his fiancee and friends in Missouri. Marsh had only been with the department for just a couple of months after graduating from the Arkansas Law Enforcement Training Academy in April.
But even in that short time on the job, his colleagues in the department say he had already made his presence felt.
Oh, he was so bubbly. He was always acting in other people's best interests and was willing to do anything he could to help.
A solemn procession is going on right now as law enforcement carry his body back to Pine Bluff from Missouri. It is expected to arrive there later this evening.
Well, it's steamy outside, but water customers south of Sheridan are steamed over lingering problems with what's coming out of their taps and how much they're paying for it. A member of the South Sheridan board had to respond to posts on social media indicating bills had swelled by double or even triple their normal rates.
Now, their board member, Rusty Hawkins, blamed faulty new meter reading software. He says they will have new bills in the mail within the next few days. The South Sheridan Water Association is having a board meeting tonight that just started, and we will update you with new details as we learn more. Now, over in Conway, levels in that city's drinking water source remain low. Officials at Conway Core utility provider said Brewer Lake did actually go up just a little bit late last week.
Yeah, but then when they measured today, it's back down to the low levels that prompted those restrictions that got started back in June. Company officials say the lake is still about 10 feet below where it needs to be. Gee, I wonder why. It's likely due to the intense heat that has led to us issuing this weather impact alert.
Yeah, the famous phrase, well, how hot is it, Nathan? Tell us what you got.
Well, Jurnee and Rolly, it is a draining, suffocating type of heat. When you walk outside, I mean, that heat just smacks you right across the face. 98 is the temperature right now at Little Rock. Heat index 108. It did reach 100 degrees at Little Rock. It may have only been for a couple minutes, but that's going to go in the record books as the first 100-degree day for 2026. Other numbers across the state feels like 113 in Searcy, feels like 117 in Arkadelphia. Feels like 105 in Hot Springs. You get the idea. Everybody is just baking out there. And we have that weather impact alert that continues through Tuesday evening just because we're going to do it again tomorrow. In fact, temperatures could be even hotter tomorrow. A lot of locations, I think, will climb above 100 degrees for Tuesday afternoon. So stay hydrated. Plan those outdoor tasks early in the morning or late in the evening and listen to your body. Heat stroke and heat exhaustion is certainly a deadly risk this time of year and with these conditions we have in place. A radar loop, there have been a few, and I mean few, cooling showers, even some thunderstorms around the region. There's one making its way through Mount Ida and also pretty close to Lake Hamilton, another one here into Cleveland County, and those will stick around over the next hour or so. Highs tomorrow topping out into the low triple digits, and those heat index values climbing up well above 110 in some areas. But relief is on its way. I'll let you know when it arrives coming up.
All right, Nathan, thank you. As dangerously high temperatures settle across the state, crews who work outside are taking extra precautions to stay safe. State highway workers are adjusting to the extreme heat, while emergency responders are reminding everyone that heat-related illnesses can quickly become life-threatening. THV 11's Tamara Knight explains what you should know before heading outside.
With heat index values climbing up to 115 degrees, working outside isn't just uncomfortable, it can be dangerous.
This is serious heat. This is not, I mean, being in Arkansas, we get used to it, the heat, humidity in the summer, but this week we're looking at some very dangerous heat.
Dave Parker with RDOT says highway crews are prepared before they begin work each day.
The thing we do, number one, is really just simply communicate to the crews out there whether they're picking up trash, repairing potholes, whatever. Just communicate the message that, hey guys, this is going to be a really tough week. We have safety meetings in the morning, reminding them to take extra breaks, make sure you stay hydrated.
Parker says maintenance crews start their shifts early in the morning to avoid the hottest part of the day. Workers are also encouraged to use the buddy system. However, emergency medical experts say those same precautions apply to anyone spending time outdoors.
The biggest thing that we recommend to people is to start hydrating early. The common phrase I like to use is, if you wait until you're thirsty to drink, you've done it wrong. That's because once the symptoms start setting in, you're a little bit behind the 8 ball.
Garrett Wisson-Hunt with MIMS says heat illness develops on a spectrum, starting with heat cramps and heat exhaustion before progressing to the more dangerous heat stroke.
When you start getting dizzy, when you start breathing faster than normal, profusely sweating, when you can feel your heart rate start going up, that's your first sign into, I need to stop and sit down.
To stay safe, Wisson-Hunt recommends drinking water consistently throughout the day, replacing lost electrolytes with sports drinks or hydration mixes, taking frequent breaks in the shade, and using cooling towels or portable fans whenever possible.
But if you start experiencing the heat stroke symptoms, or you know someone is experiencing the heat stroke symptoms, that's a true 911 emergency. Call us, let us come and help. We'd rather be safe than sorry.
Tamer Knight, THV 11 News.
Well, with temperatures rising, transportation officials say you should keep your gas tank full. Test your car battery and check your fluid levels often. Next, you should also check your tire pressure. For every 10-degree temperature change, your tires can also gain or lose air. And lastly, don't forget to pack an emergency travel kit.
Well, we're talking cars. A new Arkansas law could mean you pay more the next time you need to replace your tires. The state updated its used tire recycling program starting on July 1st. And tire shops still have to haul off and recycle old tires. But now state environmental officials say the old $3 fee hadn't been covering those bills. So some dealers now face added disposal costs, and they are passing it on to their customers.
Customers are getting squeezed every way they turn around. Every time they enter a door, they're getting squeezed somehow. And I think for the most part, people are getting tired of it.
Tired. The Department of Environmental Quality says there is no mandate to pass along the charges, but it will be up to each retailer whether it shows up on your invoice.
Well, tonight, the national average for a gallon of gas is back above $4. This is the first time that's happened in over a month.
And according to AAA, it's the second time it's happened since the war with Iran began. Arkansas average is still well below the $4 mark, but it too is on the rise. Right now, it's around $3.60 a gallon. That's 8 cents more than last month. All of this as tensions rise over the Strait of Hormuz.
We're also continuing to follow the spread of cyclosporiasis. Last week, the FDA thought they found a source for the disease, but today they said they suspected link was actually a false positive.
Yeah, Taylor Farms recalled its iceberg lettuce in more than 25 states, and despite today's update, it still is as a precaution. But for many, that uncertainty has returned.
This announcement about finding the source, that has definitely confused me a bit because I thought I was safe, and clearly I'm not.
We're trying to be healthy, and we're trying to eat right, and we're trying to do all the right things, but the messaging is confusing, and so we're not quite sure where to go.
Well, there have been thousands of cases this year with an outbreak right now impacting more than 1,600 across 5 states in the Midwest. Here in Arkansas, there are 35 confirmed cases.
Coming up here at 6, how one Benton kid is helping others beat the heat while also saving up for college.
Have a great day.
And I'm sure that fellow is raking in the cash. With temperatures in a forecast like this, you want to find something really cold to keep your body temperature down. It's going to feel like over 100 already by 9 o'clock tomorrow. Weather impact alert goes all the way through tomorrow evening, but this is the last day of extreme heat because there will be some significant relief in my 7-day forecast coming up.
And we can't stop talking about it. We're continuing to keep an eye on heat safety, how experts are focusing in with football season right around the corner.